So why is mathematics considered as a tool in solving problems efficiently? So there are various of ways of why mathematics is a tool in solving problems efficiently. First, mathematics is one of the fastest way to solve a problem. People use math for fast computation. Like instead of spending hours trying to analyze a problem, they use math. Math is used in our everyday life. We use it for fast computation, for computing everything like money management. And second, math gives us an accurate answer. Thus, it gives us an easier time to compare or to contrast, compare or contrast, or to understand on what we are trying to analyze. And lastly, math is used to support our claim. It is used as a proof to reinforce a statement that is supported by an attained solution. So how can I apply the concepts that I have learned in this topic in my field as an English major educator? So we have discussed linear programming and transportation problems. So linear programming is used in business problems. This is to solve for the profit if it is increasing or not. It is also used to make working with limitations and conditions easy. So this is like solving staff problems, profit planning, and selection. While the transportation problem is a distribution type problem, the main goal of which is to decide how to transfer goods from various sending locations to various receiving locations with minimal cost or maximum profit. So imagine if you own a clothing store. For a business to be successful, you will need a rent and a warehouse to stock all your product and prepare for delivery to supply all the demands of the customer. As soon as you expand your warehouse and business, you will need to have an important decision like which warehouse will provide for this specific store. So making a smart choice might end up actually in earning more money. And with that, I think linear programming and transportation problems will be used in my field as an English major educator, since in English major we have to learn by the conditions and limitations. For example, in making an essay, if the teacher says that it should be just 3 paragraphs, then this is when working with condition happens. So good decision making is also an important role as an English educator, since in English major you need to make wise decisions in an argument. You decide on what and how you present your claim. So, and lastly, what are your views in learning the concept discussed in this topic? So after discussing and studying the two concepts, I realized how important math is. Math is everywhere in everything that we do. We need math in our life, and without math we won't survive our everyday life.
The Fibonacci sequence is a series in which each number is the sum of two preceding numbers. The simplest is the series 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc., and that series goes on and on and on until infinity. The golden ratio is the limit of the ratios of successive terms of the Fibonacci sequence or any Fibonacci-like sequence. All three of the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, and the golden spiral are seen in nature, arts, architecture, and so much more. Examples of these are flower petals, spiral galaxies, tornadoes, and famous artworks such as the Mona Lisa, and famous architecture and buildings such as the Taj Mahal, all of which follow the Fibonacci sequence. So what are fractals? Fractals are defined as a jagged or fragmented geometric shape which can be split into parts that are considered a reduced copy of the whole. The most notable use of fractals in real-life problems is for biology. Fractals can be used to predict or analyze various biological processes or phenomena, such as the growth pattern of a bacteria, the pattern of situations such as the dendrites, and etc. All of the research taken from these biological processes or phenomena can be used in making and producing new medicine for new bacteria and new sicknesses around the world. So as I've said earlier, the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, and the golden spiral are indeed involved in the design of creative works such as art, paintings, music, architecture, and so much more. Fractals are also involved in the design of creative works because it is widely used in computer graphics, arts such as fractal arts, and in TV shows such as Star Wars and Star Trek because their computer graphics and special effects use fractal designs. I believe that it is really important for a person to learn about fractal arts, Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, and the golden spiral because it is widely used in our world today in things such as art, nature, architecture, computer graphics, TV shows, movies, and so much more. And it is important for us to know how it works and how it is made, not just by knowing what it looks like. You just need to know how the history behind everything, such as the history behind the Fibonacci sequence, the history behind the fractal arts, because it will increase our knowledge in life and it will give us more insight on what we're really learning about, and not just what it looks like, what it looks like in TV shows, what are the examples of them. And if you were a person who was interested in pursuing a career in arts, architecture, computer graphics, and so much more, then what you've learned so far in discussing Fibonacci sequence, fractal arts, golden ratio, golden spiral will be really applied, since it really is a part of art. You can't deny it. It really is used widely in so many artworks, so many computer graphics, and so many architectures, and it is really, really important for you to learn those things.